When the market consolidated, Dogecoin went up in rank, not down. Remember that. When the market consolidated and we got confirmed evidence of a bear market, Dogecoin went up in its rankings, not down. Welcome back, YouTube. So in today's video, I'm just going to discuss why they're attacking Dogecoin so heavily now via shorts and all this manipulation. And I think it's really important that we keep this at the forefront of our minds. I just made a post on Twitter that there are roughly about 20,000 crypto coins, right? And Dogecoin is ranked number 10. You'll see a lot of media just on crypto Twitter saying that, oh, it's a crap coin, blah, 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 and stuff like that. Dogecoin is number 10. When the market consolidated, Dogecoin went up in rank, not down. Remember that. When the market consolidated and we got confirmed evidence of a bear market, Dogecoin went up in its rankings, not down. But I get a lot of questions, especially since I wrote the articles about shorts and we've been talking about shorts very heavily on this channel. I get the question, okay, why are they singling out Dogecoin? Why is there so much aggression against the coin that's supposedly dead? And I think it's very important that we cover this topic as far as to why it must be attacked right now, and ultimately their goal for before the next bull run, because right now they actually have a very small window to accomplish their goal, which is getting people to kind of turn on Dogecoin or to make sure that it's not a viable option for the next bull run. So this is where the aggression is coming from. This is why we saw the shorts at the 200-day moving average for 14 days consecutively. And this is also why we see, even though they came down off of the 200-day moving average, we see that they're kind of building up some support here at the 72-day moving average. This is why I use the 72-day moving average and not the 50-day, but that's another topic. When you have a coin that has consolidated and is still holding over $10 billion in revenue, you're going to have an issue if you're trying to kill the coin. Because when we say $10 billion, we're talking about, despite the BS that's going on, like the media and them literally writing articles as they're taking short positions against the coin to try and persuade you. This is despite the massive shorts and these spikes that we see that are almost perfectly synced with our catalyst and any positive momentum. This is with all the BS. We see that Dogecoin is still a top 10 coin and it's still over $10 billion in evaluation. So when we say, okay, well, why must they do this now? We must think that, okay, on the next bull run, if they give us enough time and they say, hey, what happens if the Twitter deal goes through and Dogecoin has this massive utility on Twitter? That's only going to make it much more difficult to short the coin. What if 50 million, 100 million people on Twitter have roughly 100 Dogecoin to do transactions with? I'll tell you what that means. That means that it's game over for shorts and for anyone who ever doubted Dogecoin. I won't get into the numbers, but I made a video with the numbers. Like right now, they're roughly around 135 billion Dogecoin. And I made a video stating that that number is not as large as you think, especially if we're talking about expanding our wallets from here and pretty much removing the coins from exchanges and just really stepping up and having massive utility on a scale. There's really only two steps that we need to get Dogecoin to ultimately our goal, which is to have it be the cryptocurrency of the internet and also see some stability in price. And that's A, removing our coins from exchanges, and B, utility. And Twitter is going to be a massive catalyst, because really all we need, especially when it comes to utility, yes, the smaller stores and smaller chains and stuff like that, yeah, they all do their part and they help. But when it comes down to utility and being the cryptocurrency of the internet, if we have something that's easily accessible to everyone, something like Twitter, and something that it doesn't necessarily, it's price-wise, it's not out of someone's budget, so you're not like trying to buy a car with it or something. So it's something that most people can participate in, whether that be tipping or just buying certain badges and stuff like that. That alone will pretty much drain the market of the available coins, not including any other major deals or major partnerships, any fast food chains, it's not including anything else. That alone is game over, it's checkmate. And when you say that, okay, well, we don't want this coin or we hate this coin for whatever reason, we want to steer them, all the money should be, we want to get in at the bottom. We want everybody to be in the current top two coins, right? You cannot afford to have that type of momentum come back into a coin that is presumed dead. So when you say that, okay, well, we're going to back the coin out, we're going to attack the coin, you cannot let up. And this is why we're seeing these spikes and these shorts and them literally, instead of just being able to enter the coin and exit the coin like they used to, these prices are so cheap and the community is buying so much that they have to stay into these positions for weeks at a time before they can even find a breakdown in the market to exit and swap those shorts out. This is only going to get worse, especially if the coin goes lower, because the lower the coin goes, I truly believe that the higher the buying pressure will be, and they're going to get themselves into a position, if they're not careful, where they're not going to be able to exit. And we're going to see the 200-day and moving average actually move up. This bear market in general, I believe, is just going to be a testament to our willpower and commitment of the community, because I do believe that this is their only opportunity really to kind of double down on the narrative that they've spent so much money trying to advertise and promote to steer people away from the coin. Because if we're able to get that massive utility in something like Twitter plus the next bull market, I don't believe that they're going to be able to short to consolidate the price, especially, and that's why I say it's two parts, if we remove the coins from the exchanges, because right now we know that the more access they have to them, the easier it is for the exchanges to lend them out to short. But once we remove those coins, the supply goes down that they have access to, and we know that they raise the rates because it's a rare commodity, because they don't really have that many of them. This is all going to play a domino effect into the strength that they have in shorting the asset, and ultimately our price points on our catalysts and any positive movement that we have. Because as they get weaker, we're going to see more and more true price reaction for the coin. I don't have any confirmations yet on how long this is going to last. Of course, I'm running numbers and looking at all of my indicators. As soon as I do, I will certainly put that out, but I'm not going to just put out random numbers or random dates just because, unless I have some actual evidence to back it up. But in the meantime, if you are long-term in the coin, ultimately coin count is going to matter, especially as we push forward and grow the coin's community and utility. And again, don't ever forget to remove your coins from the exchanges. My recommendation is a Ledger Nano for your cold wallet, and I have a link in the description so that you can get it directly from the factory. The same two tricks that they use right now, they're going to use throughout this bear market and possibly in the beginning of the bull market, which is the media and shorting, because they want to push the narrative out there so that you're seeing it, you're hearing it. Hey, meme tokens, blah, blah, consolidation, most of the crypto market is going to die, blah, blah, blah. And then they say, hey, the price action has to match what we're seeing. So that's by all means necessary. This is when we start seeing the 200-300% spikes in shorts, to make sure that the price action matches what they say. I've said this in a number of videos, but when a coin is dead, it doesn't need any help going down. Let true supply and demand determine that. But of course they can't, because if these shorts back out of here, or if they stopped attacking our catalyst, literally, you see the true price of the actual coin and where Dogecoin should have consolidated. That's their biggest fear, and that's why they have to continue this momentum right now, because the window that they have to actually accomplish their goal, which is of steering the community away from Dogecoin and into the coins that they prefer, that window is shrinking. I'll conclude this video the same way I opened it, which is out of 20,000 coins, Dogecoin is number 10. And when the liquidity ran out of the market, Dogecoin went up in rank. Remember that. Even with the shorts, Dogecoin went up in rank. I hope this video finds you well. If you want to support the channel, you can do that for absolutely free by liking the video, sharing the video, and making sure that you are subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. And until next time.